way of life can be an addiction. Morals, the way you wake up every morning and do exercises, it can be an addiction and might not simply mean it's discipline. So to be honest, I feel like there's a lot of takes here, but I want people out there to understand that discipline takes a lot, and discipline means you doing things a certain way at the right time. Greetings, people. It's a boy, Mr. Tiwa, as always. One Naija, Parley, beautiful Monday. I'm here with my brother
Avila, lover of life, good vibes, and common sense.
You already know, guys. Common sense. Everything we do here is all about the vibes. No scripts, a lot of common sense. Today, we want to dive into a very important topic, and it's all about discipline, brother.
Discipline.
A lot of the time, discipline, kills a lot of people. And trust me, it means a lot to be disciplined. I don't mean discipline as in you have to be rigid and all that. No, I mean basic discipline. What do we think this discipline is? To be honest, in my own opinion, I would define discipline as being morally inclined. Doing things at the right time, focusing on yourself the way you need to be focused on, and just doing things the way you ought to do them. Brother, I want to throw this to you right now. Like, what do you think discipline is, and how do you think it should work?
Well, if you ask me, I would say discipline is a very distinctive phenomenon, because a lot of the time we mistake so many other things for discipline.
Right.
One of the things we mistake for discipline the most is motivation. When you are motivated to do something, the energy you put into achieving that thing actually looks like discipline, but it's not.
Right.
Let's take, for example, hunger. If you've been hungry for 3 days and you have to get to a certain distance to have food, what you do within that period of time looks a lot like discipline, but no, it's motivation. Discipline is doing what you need to do despite the conditions surrounding you, mitigating and stopping you from doing that thing.
Right.
Let's take, for example, healing. Most of us need healing.
True.
Most of us have trauma, right? And imagine having to heal, but unfortunately, the medicine comes in the form of discipline. This is why most of us walk around with trauma that is unhealed, and then we dump on other people and still, cycle and recycle trauma. And then we have so many problems in society, whereas discipline in the first place would have,
solved
all of it.
I totally agree with that. I totally understand where you're coming from. And to be honest, discipline takes a lot. People, like you rightly said, always misjudge discipline for motivation and vice versa as well. But I would also want to chip this in. Being disciplined means you are ready to dive in that situation regardless of the constraints. That's what it is. It's like you going for an exams. You have an exam the next few months and you're not reading and all that. You being disciplined is knowing that you have an exam to write. You have to take your time, study hard to pass, to ace those exams. You understand? So I really, really, really concur with what you said when you said people always mistake discipline for motivation. And yeah, in this world, a lot of us in different aspects of our lives, as I've really think to take motivation in place of discipline. I want to give an instance here. Let me put it out there for people who think that because they pray too much, or they go out there and be very spiritually inclined, think they are disciplined. No, for me, I think you are just very motivated and at the same time you are diving into something. Like, there's a word I'm looking for, I'm not getting. Like, when you are doing something and that thing is like a thing you are feeding on. It's like a when you're addicted to something. Let me use that word. It's like an addiction. When you're addicted to something that you're always doing all the time, you see it as discipline. It is not. It's an addiction.
An addiction.
Trust me, prayer can also be an addiction.
Of course.
And way of life can be an addiction. Morals, the way you wake up every morning and do exercises, it can be an addiction and might not simply mean it's discipline. So to be honest, I feel like there's a lot of takes here, but I want people out there to understand that discipline takes a lot, and discipline means you doing things a certain way at the right time.
Of course.
Not being motivated to do them.
It's awesome that you say it that way, brother. Discipline actually takes a lot. And when people hear such things, they get scared. Now, you can say something is simple, and then people start thinking, okay, it has to be easy. Simple and easy are not the same things, right? So I believe discipline is a simple philosophy, but carrying it out is where the work is.
Right.
You understand? So
Honestly,
this is why we tend to mistake motivation for discipline a lot. Discipline is a philosophy that has to become an identity for you to be able to carry it out, because your identity furnishes your narrative.
True.
Right?
True.
And then from your narrative, let's say for example, you have the narrative of a victim. You always see things from the perspective of a victim, and your narrative informs your reality. If you are disciplined, it becomes your identity. Take for example, somebody who wants to lose weight or who wants to get in shape. You have to first adopt the identity of a fit person, because working out is not easy. It's painful. It's stressful. But it's simple. Not easy, but it's simple. You get? So it has to be an identity first before you can use discipline as a tool to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve.
Totally get that, brother. Totally get that. To be honest, you said a lot about what I was thinking, and yes, I buy that. I totally understand that. I just want to add this and let people be aware of this. We might be consciously or unconsciously doing it, and we think it is discipline. Sometimes you get addicted to things that you think you are disciplined about. My brother, you are not disciplined about it. You are addicted to that thing. You can be praying every day and you think it's certain level of discipline. No, you're just addicted to praying. It has been a part of you that you cannot leave. Different type of addiction people go through and they think it's certain level of discipline. It is not. I've thought about this a lot and I was just trying to digress on it personally, and I thought that there's a certain level of want that you want in your mind that it's always, you always want that. For instance, people that read a lot, some people they are just addicted to reading, and they think they are disciplined about it. So to be honest, people out there, I want you guys to come up, let us know what you think about this, and let's rub our minds and
of course,
give us something on our pages and let's see what goes.